Welcome back. I'm Sonny Smith and I'm in Los Angeles right now, the City of Angels. Over the next few days, in this very video, I'm going to be teaching you how to detect if someone up ahead of you is carrying a deadly weapon and how to maneuver around those types of people. So listen in.
The streets of Skid Row are more crowded and more dangerous than ever before.
Homicide detectives in Los Angeles are searching for a homeless man suspected of fatally stabbing a man at a restaurant near Skid Row.
That's on Skid Row. The call came in about 90 minutes ago. The LAPD reporting 3 men were stabbed and suffered life-threatening wounds.
A man with a machete on a downtown rampage. The LAPD just releasing this body cam video of that terrifying encounter.
Wild scene unfolding July 13th in downtown LA.
What is he doing?
He's waving a machete in the middle of the street, running towards cars.
Surveillance video shows a brutal attack on Skid Row. In the video, you see a shirtless man approach another man with a metal pipe. He starts swinging toward him and makes contact. The victim falls to the ground.
Walks up and down the street screaming profanity, and he does have multiple weapons, such as hammers, machetes, things like that. So it is a safety issue.
A transient stabbed her to death in the neck with 2 kitchen knives, somewhere between the North Hollywood and Universal City stations.
When did you spot that handsome hobo's weapon? Was it the freeze frame? If it was, don't worry, I'm going to teach you how to spot it early. And that's what this is all about, detecting threats early on. The earlier you detect, the more time and options you have. You're either going to deter, you're going to evade, or you're going to engage. First things first, glance clearing. This is something you do every day anyway. Say you're walking down the street and someone gets out of a car in front of you. What do? You look directly at that person's face, no matter whether they're 10, 50, 100 yards away. That's your instinctual process. So what we're looking to do is categorize that person up ahead. They're either a threat, which means you need to take action, a potential threat, which means you can take action, but you definitely need to monitor them, or clear, which means that you're not worried about them. But when I'm walking down the street in close protection, I'm clearing people all the time. Clear, 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 clear. Just so I'm looking for red flags, just so I can categorize those people into who I need to give attention to. And also I personally, I judge people on how much of a problem they're going to be in a fight. If I walk into a bar and there's potential for it to kick off, I'm looking for who is going to be the bigger problem and who I have to deal with first. That's just my upbringing, and I've always been like that. Obviously not all homeless drug addicts are a threat. That's why we're going to be quickly classing them into those categories: threat, potential threat, or clear. You're probably not a close protection operator, but you will be walking with your family or your wife or girlfriend, and you are the bodyguard for them. So glance clearing is basically deciding if that person needs further investigation. You already do it, but if something flags and requires more attention, you're going to go on to this next technique. This next one's a more advanced technique, but I think you're ready for it. This is one that I developed from close protection training, working in the special forces. So it's called face, hands, face. But when you first face, hands, face, then look at both hands, then glance back at the face. Has anything changed? That initial look at the face, you're looking for any face coverings, a mask, low cap, any signs of drug or drink use or psychotic episodes, chattering, shouting, eyes darting around the place, anything like that. And then you're looking at hands, you're clearing the hands for any weapons. Also, if they're got their hands in their pockets, that's where they would conceal a weapon. If they're moving their hands around the back of them, into the waistband, they're all red flags. Also, if their hands are moving unnaturally, everyone knows when they've done a presentation in the past and you don't really know what to do with your hands, that's because someone is thinking about doing something else and they're trying to act in a way and act naturally in that environment. And the last one with hands is if they're clenching their fists as well. Before someone throws a strike, a punch, then they will often clench their fist. It's a natural process that we all do, if we're not experienced. And then it's back up at the face. Has anything changed? Are they looking at me now? Are they taking any interest in me now? If it has, then action may be needed. When I am walking with a VIP, working as a bodyguard, I am glance clearing people, and if something takes my interest, then I'm going to face them, or if they start moving my way. If someone's approaching my principal, the first thing I will do is face them to try and clear what's in their hands and their intentions. This is used for people that are good at situational awareness. You have a good baseline and you're spotting threats way before they're right in striking range. I get a little bit of heat on this one in comments. Oh, you should always check the hands. Yeah, if they're within 5 meters of you, 10 meters of you, you should be monitoring their hands. That's correct. That's part of my training. But we're developing skills where you're going to spot things before they're right on top of you, before they're in a dangerous range. You know, that's the gold standard. We don't want to be just detecting things when they're right in front of us. Trouble's on our doorstep. So for exercise purposes, let's say you're in vacation in LA and your bus breaks down, you have to walk through this area. It's a pretty dodgy area, as you can see. I'm quite comfortable in these environments, you might not be. It's all about standing tall and acting like an insider, as well as not having valuables and things on display, obviously. So everyone I'm walking past, I'm glance clearing, just glancing at their face, seeing if there's anything that's going to tickle my fancy, and then I see this guy, Bosch, face, hands, face. The reason I'm face, hands, facing him is because he's wearing a mask 5 years after that event happened, and also he's moving in my direction. Now let me elaborate on why I made that decision. So when you're first glancing at a person up ahead of you, you're going to be asking yourself the big 4 questions, and they are: do they look like a criminal? Are they acting naturally? Are they taking any interest in me? And do they have a reason to be there? Oh, whoa, Jesus, mate. Fucking hell. Did not expect that. Okay, so number 1, do they look like a criminal? Obviously, males from the age ranging of 15 to about 35. Are they wearing street attire? We know what a drug addict, homeless person looks like. We're also thinking about any gang affiliation colours in the area you're in. This is in the realm of profiling. I've written heavily about it in my book. I'll do a lot of videos on it in the future, but I'm not going to touch on it here. Just subscribe and you'll catch those up when they come out. All that is covered in do they look like a criminal. Next is, are they acting naturally? It's very easy in your intuition to spot if someone is masking their intentions. It's very apparent in groups, especially when they're about to attack or rob someone. If you're approaching a group of people and they're standing there on the street, and when you approach they stop talking to each other, one's looking up there, one's looking down there, they kind of separate. That's unnatural behaviours, and you will pick up on it. When a group are moving to a target to attack them violently, you'll see uneven, unnatural space in between them. One leader will probably end up going fast pace. They won't be talking to each other, and they will be focused on the task at hand. That will be directly looking at their targets. When people mask their intentions, when they're thinking about attacking you or thinking about something else, their behaviour shows it when they're trying to basically act. They're acting. Following on from are they acting naturally is, do they have a reason to be there? This is a big one in surveillance, that if you're waiting on a street, you're a predator in that world, you're watching people, then you can't just stand there idly. No one does that anymore. If you're standing there waiting for a bus at a bus stop, then you have a reason to be there. If you're browsing shops, like things in a store, even if you're on your phone, looking at your phone, that's your reason. If they're standing there idly looking about the place, also practicing situational awareness, then that's a red flag, because only the good guys and the bad guys practice situational awareness these days. And the last big question is, are they taking any interest in me? So you glance clear someone and they're actually staring directly at you. Maybe they're trying to stare you out. Maybe they're looking at a bag of yours or any other valuables or belongings that you're carrying with you. Those are red flags. This is incredibly important, because if they're not even looking at you and you're getting right up on them, then it's very unlikely that they are going to be targeting you. Anyone that holds a stare on you, that's justified at least face, hands, face. Depending on the other questions, do they look like a criminal? Are they have a threat profile, basically? When you're coming back up to look at their face again, if they're still staring at you or they're still showing you interest, then action has to be taken. Those are the big 4 questions. I believe it's in your instinct. When you glance clear someone, you're already subconsciously making a judgment about them. What I'm doing here is just highlighting that process. So let's recap. You're walking along the street at night and you glance clearing people as you go. If something doesn't seem right, then you face, hands, face them, and subconsciously in your instinct, your big 4 questions are being answered. Face, hands, face is used ideally at a far distance to get a read on a person, as we've discussed, but you can use it close up if someone's approaching you, even within 5 meters. Face, hands, facing them, they will, if they're looking at you, then they're definitely going to notice it, but that could be a good thing. You're showing an alert front, you're showing that you are tactically aware and you've gathered the information you need to. Not so much with the drug addicted population, but with other types of threats, you're showing that you're not bothered, and that goes a long way. Calm. These skills you can take or leave, use them at sometimes in your life and other times don't. I'm not face, hands, facing many people when I'm walking with my family in my town. I'm only using it when I'm going down into Vancouver and there's potential threats around. I've talked a lot about detect here, and I don't want to make the video too long, so I'm going to make another video soon on your options, either deter, evade or engage. There's a lot that comes under those 3 categories. Believe me, I've written a whole book about it, so subscribe and comment any questions you have. Just like all of my training, watch my last video, gain those skills, put them into practice out on the street, and then come to this video and the next one. Just build little bits each time you go out and you're walking on the streets. Practice those techniques. Practice makes perfect. Obviously not all homeless drug addicts are going to be a threat to you. It's a very sad reality, but we need to quickly determine if someone is having an episode and is going to be a danger to us if we're on the same street as them. That's it for this video from LA, California. Hope you got something from it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.
Top of the game, looking down at the rafters.